So I'm the founder of a organisation called Ourparks, and we deliver free outdoor exercise across London, and now in Hillingdon. It's free for the users. Our slogan is turn up, tone up. We do it in outdoor spaces and parks, and it's geared at kind of getting inactives active, and increasing the whole kind of socialisation within a community to not only have fun whilst exercising, but actually meet new people as well.
Brilliant. And what's your background in fitness?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I used to be an athlete, and I came from a personal trainer stance where I used to do all my stuff outside. And I thought a good idea would be to not only make it accessible to all, because as you know, some of the classes outside are quite expensive. So the idea behind the whole initiative was to first target areas of deprivation, and then 2, target inactive people, and then 3, make it fun and social, and give them the knowledge to kind of feed it down to generations, because your park's always going to be there. And the best way in London, you're less than a mile away from an open space or a park, so we have the most green space in a condensed area in the world, to be honest. So that's where the whole idea was born and bred. And now we're delivering over 200 hours of free exercise across London, and we're in Hillingdon now as well. So
Yay. It's good. That's fantastic. You've answered like my next 3 questions all in one.
Oh, wow.
So how long has it been running?
So it was just 2 years old. We started back in 2013, end of 2013. So we really launched in 2014, March. We started in one borough, and I remember kind of standing in a park. It was raining and no one turned up, and I was like, oh my God, is this the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life? Because I've put so much time and effort into it. But I mean, we from that one person turning up the second week round, we've gone to over 30,000 users across London, and we kind of attribute our success to not only making it fun, inclusive and social, but we do lots of social media, lots of user-generated content, which we can talk about later as well.
Yeah, fantastic. So do you have another job as well, or is this it now? You're just Ourparks?
Oh, this is it. So I'm fully Ourparks, fully out there trying to deliver outdoor exercise.
So how exactly does it run?
So at the moment we're funded by various kind of funding pots. We're funded by, say, Sports England funding pots, Sports of 8, funded by local councils that have funding to target a certain demographic, funded by corporates as well. So we literally, and we're also going to be funded soon by some mayor's money as well. So we're literally just trying to find as much funding as possible, and that's always a battle for us. But I think we're really good at showing and tracking the impact it's having on a community, and which keeps us funding, keeps it free for you guys, and keeps you guys out in the open space having fun and meeting new people.
So as a member, do you have to log into the website? Yeah,
so the user experience would be like a typical gym class. You would sign up to Ourparks for free. You would log in in your user account when you created one. You would browse and book classes. You can either browse classes, and the website is ourparks.org.uk. My East London accent is our, O-U-R, not H. Ourparks.org.uk. You go onto there, join up for free, create a profile. You can search parks based on your postcode, so you can find out what's your closest park, what activities we do, and turn up and tone up is the slogan.
So how many parks would you like to be running in Hillingdon, for example?
So at the moment I think we're in 5 parks. We like to be, I actually don't know all the parks from my head, but I want to make exercise accessible for all. So whether you live near a fantastic open space or you have a small open space, there is still the ability to train and turn up and tone up, and not only get fit in your local community, but also gain some knowledge so you can go away and do it yourself. I think, and that's the most important thing. So in hindsight, I'd like to be in every single open space possible and access as many, we call them parkers, our users. So we're always fighting to try and get more parks, more activity, and more coaches delivering activity for the community.
And what type of classes do you offer?
We offer anything from hula hoop fitness right the way up to boot camp, from dance fit to skate fit to skip fit. We're very inclusive in terms of our offer was always going to be geared at people that used to exercise, or we also do a thing called social sport, which kind of targets people that used to play sport in school, kind of as they've got older and moved away from their friendship circles, they can't go out and go to a club or commit. So we do a thing called social sport, which allows you to turn up like a exercise class and play some volleyball, have fun whilst getting fit, and not have a commitment to it as well.
So with all the different types of classes, for example, boot camps, do you have equipment involved in them?
Yeah. So with the boot camps, we do have equipment. We have really good coaches that will come down with their own equipment. We also provide, if it's a box fit boot camp, we provide the boxing gloves. If it's hula hooping, we provide the hoops, and skipping fit, we provide the rope. So it's really, all you really need to come down is a bottle of water and some trainers and some sportswear, and we will get you fit and have fun whilst trying.
All ages, abilities, fitness levels?
Yeah, so in terms of our coach training, we gear our exercises towards all ages, and because we're outside, if you're childcare issues, you can bring your children down with you. We do it by the park and by the open spaces where we can have the kids there as well. We do a thing where it's inclusive in the sense that everyone works at their own ability. We do time-based exercise rather than repetition, so everyone can, whether you can run on a spot for 30 seconds or you can walk on a spot for 30 seconds, we always adapt anything we do for everyone in the class. So it's open to all, so don't worry about your fitness level, don't worry about, they may be fitter than me, I've never done a boot camp before. It is geared towards you as the parker, so come down, give it a try, and we guarantee you enjoy it.
And are all exercise classes an hour?
So they last up to an hour. The minimum they would be is 30 minutes. So it depends on the class, depends on even the weather as well. So if it's like a boiling hot day, we would try not to do an hour's out at 12 o'clock basically. So it depends on it, but you always will get a workout above 30 minutes.
So talking of the weather, what happens then if it's really pouring down?
Yeah, we've adapted this slogan. It's called "Even in the Rain We Train." I mean, when I first started, that was one of the questions I got when I was trying to pitch it to councils and development corporations. And at the time, I was like, no, it's fine. Everyone's going to turn up. We're going to make it so fun that everyone's going to turn up in the rain. And as I was saying, it's get in the door. But we've done that, and I think kind of we've created a culture of, we call them parkers, that have the mindset that they know that Susie's going to turn up in the rain. I'm going to go in the rain. The coach is going to be in the rain. And we do a hashtag called "Even in the Rain We Train," and we tweet photos to not only nudge people to come out and train in the rain, but to also kind of show them the accomplishments of being out there in the rain. Look at my photo. I got wet. I still had fun, and I'm still getting fit.
So what sort of timings are these classes going to be on?
So we have a mixture of times. We try and target everyone. So we try and do, whether it's daytime classes, whether it's evening classes, and whether it's morning classes. So there's going to be something for everyone. And that could be from your buggy fits down to your skip fits, down to your yogas, down to your boot camp. So please do go on to ourparks.org.uk, type in your postcode, or go browse the Hillingdon portal, and you'll see all the parks that we're in and all the classes that we run as well.
And I noticed something on there as well. You can see how many people have booked in. Yeah.
Again, even if you're the first person to book in, don't be scared to be the first person to book in. Yeah, start with someone, and then you can see who's booked on. You can see who your coach is, and we have the meeting point of where it will be in the park. And any questions, you can also email your coach, who will respond to you as well. So whether it's you need them to bring a mat, email them, they bring a mat. Whether you can ask them, is it suitable for my level, or you have any injuries or complaints, let us know, and we will accommodate you as best as we can.
Brilliant. We're going to take a little bit of a break now. It's 2:20, and we'll be right back with Bourne. So if you have any questions, tweet me at HazeFM Official. And welcome back to 91.8 Haze FM. This is the FeustelFIT Health and Fitness Show, and I'm here with Bourne from Ourparks. He's the founder of Ourparks, and these are the guys who bring you free exercise classes to the local parks. I'm really excited because I'm also going to be a part of it. So hopefully you'll be meeting me in some classes coming soon to Hillingdon.
Yay!
Yay! So, Bourne, tell us, do you have music in the classes?
So if our parkers or our coaches have a music license, we have music in the classes, but we're quite lucky. We have some music producers that make some turn up music, so we do play some turn up music as well.
Wow!
So watch out for that. It's fast beats. It's good for working out, and it's good for getting a sweat on.
I need to get my hands on some of that.
Yeah, definitely. Now you're on board. Now you've done your what did you do? Your
the audition. Yep.
How'd you find that?
Yeah, it was really good. It was fun.
She done an amazing audition, by the way, with an insanity stroke high exercise intensity workout, which was really, really good. So I'm very excited to see what she can do in the parks, really.
Thank you. That always gets people watching, I think. And if you are fit, you can really push yourself, but there's options for every exercise. So if you are brand new to it as well, you can start with something easier and you can build yourself up, and you'll be surprised how fit you get really quickly as well.
Definitely.
So you mentioned before as well that kids can join in the activities. Do you have specific classes for kids or for families?
Yeah, we do. I'm supposed to go on my Periscope, so I'm about to stream live on my social media handle. It's called Periscope, and at Born Barracore, I'm hitting live on that. But yes, answer to that question is we do kids activities, and we do a thing called superhero fitness, which is, for me, the best way to get your kid fit, have fun, and pretend to be a superhero, because I love being a superhero myself. And we also do junior boot camps, where it could be box fit boot camp, it could be a junior boot camp bodyweight exercise, and also a bit of kind of running and agility as well. So we kind of tap into that kids market, which is, for us, is a big market, because we know that kids on a weekend, best way to burn energy is do something in the morning and have a good evening for yourself, really.
Absolutely. Give the parents a bit of an easier time once the kids have had a good workout.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know I have a 5 and 3 year old, so I know after superhero fitness, the energy levels and the way in which they can sit down and listen is a lot better than if they don't do exercise in the morning.
So I imagine your kids inspired you to do the superhero thing.
Yeah, it was inspired because we used to always muck around at home, whether it be in the garden playing superhero games and with capes and stuff. And I thought to myself, it'd be great if we could take these elements of just fun play with dad and sons into a setting where we could do it outdoors. And we target schools, we target communities that have recreation facilities nearby, and then we launched it in Kingston. Again, slow to start, but now we've got a really good model in terms of the kids come down, they learn how to fly, they learn how to
fly.
Well, they fly. It's one hand out in front of them and run really fast and make their cape go up in the air. But
so they are all dressed up then.
Yeah, we provide capes.
Oh, wow.
So we provide capes and masks. They can come dressed as whatever superhero they like, or they can come dressed in normal clothes, and they don't have to take part. So because it's geared between the 3 and upwards, we always say they don't have to take part through the whole session, but just being there and seeing their friends doing it, I guarantee you, come week 3, they're taking part in the whole session, and it's only 30 minutes long as well.
So you mentioned as well about teaching people how to exercise so they can do stuff when they're on their own home.
Yeah, I think so the idea behind the whole model was, one, to empower coaches. So we know London has some of the best coaches in the world, and we know being a coach at times is quite hard in terms of trying to find your feet, whether you're going to coach with PT in a gym or whether you're going to deliver it outside in a park. So the first point of call was to make a portal that would allow coaches to access people. Second point of call was to make it accessible for the users, making it fun and making it inclusive, which was the most important thing for all abilities. And then we knew that all these outdoor gyms you have in your parks, all these running trails you have in your parks, there's lots of people that would love to use them, but they don't know how to use them. And they can't afford to go to a gym to find out how to use them. So what we do very well in our parks, that we incorporate those equipment and the running settings your natural park has, to not only say our parks wasn't there tomorrow, they know how to use their equipment and they know how to...
Oh, so you mean those the new equipment that the government has put into some of the parks now?
Yeah,
like the cycles and things like that.
Yeah, the cycles, the pull-up bars, the those running machines, well, aren't really running machines, but with rollers on, a bit dangerous those ones. But other than that,
how not to use them.
So we do a how not to use them kind of class as well, and because they're everywhere, and I think if they're there and they're being utilised, we're going to have a fitter nation. If they're there and they're not being utilised because people don't know how to use it, it's just a waste of money, really. So, and that's what we try and do in any park or setting that we're in.
How have you found your relationship with the people coming to your class? Have you really got to know them, and how often are they exercising?
Yeah, so we built up a really strong brand and a really good relationship with the park. We call them Parkers. In terms of they own the actual program. I feel they let us. So any decision that we make is based on the validation from the Parkers, whether it be the name Turn Up, which a Parker came up with, the name Parker came up with the Parkers names as well. So our relationship with the Parkers is the most important thing. If we're going to deliver a program for the Parker, by the Parker, in the Parker settings, we have to know what the Parker want us to deliver, because then they're going to be benefiting from.
And what sort of results have you seen so far?
Wow, we've seen Parkers go from being inactive, not doing any exercise for a number of years, coming down to an Ourparks class, starting off with a back to exercise, and then going down into a boot camp in a box fit class and a run fit class, and then running half marathons. And we're seeing them post the pictures and saying, thanks to Ourparks, I lost this amount of weight. I've gone from inactive to running half marathons. It's just amazing. And some of the messages that we get through from the Parkers about how it's helped them not only overcome the barrier of exercising, but the social aspect which they get from the classes is probably the most powerful thing we can ever imagine, really.
Yeah, because a lot of people do say they're quite intimidated by going into gyms.
Yeah. I think so they always say that when you want to join a gym, it takes you 3 months if you're inactive to even step inside the gym. Then when you step inside the gym, whatever your experience is of that first meeting, and it could be a great experience, it could be a bad experience, and it's not down to I want to always say it's down to the gym providers. Gyms are very busy, and you could get in, and you could get in the time where the queue's out the door, receptionist had a bad day, you don't get the attention that you deserve, and suddenly you think, oh, gym's not for me. I think we know that, and for us we're not going up against gyms, so it's always good to say we're just trying to get more people active. If it's in a gym environment, great. If it's in we've got Good Gym, which does lots of stuff around London. We've got Park Run, which again is another good friend of ours. It's amazing, more people active doing stuff in local settings, and we always try and signpost people, whether it's to the local sports club, whether it's to the local leisure centre, whether it's to Park Run or Good Gym, which we always do, because we know as a nation, if we come together and create a fitter nation, it's going to be a healthier nation, and the cost as well of it being a healthier nation is going to be a lot lower. So, and that's what we do really well.
So I'm going to ask you a little bit more about that in a moment. We're just going to take a break. So, are there any other challenges that you do with your members in the classes?
Yeah. So I'm on day 110 of 100 burpees every day for a year. I'm trying to get under 2 minutes for the as a PB. My PB currently stands at 2 minutes 16. So every 10 days we have a thing called PB day. Today's 110, so it's PB day today. So fingers crossed I might get under 2 minutes. I don't know, but we're getting there. In terms of challenges, I think we like to, with our users, we like to celebrate the success of turning up by doing challenges throughout the summer. Last year we done a thing called how many burpees can you do in 60 seconds in a minute. And that was one challenge. We done how many tuck jumps as well. That was quite hard, actually. Tuck jumps.
Tuck jumps are a killer.
Oh, that was quite hard. How many tuck jumps can you do in a minute? We also have a thing called a park off, which is an element where you get parks or boroughs to go up against each other.
That's good.
And it's a lot of fun. We do wheelbarrow races. We do tug of war. We do beat tests as well. So, and we had our first one last year, and this year. Now Hillingdon's involved. We're going to get a Hillingdon team to go up against the other boroughs in the
That'd be
borough
awesome.
park off. So yeah, it'd be great this year as well.
So are you in Harrow as well?
We're starting in Harrow, so we are starting in Harrow. I just had a meeting the other day with Harrow, and we're starting a summer program over in Harrow as well, which is your neighbouring borough. We're also in Barnet starting, and we're starting in Brent. We're in Richmond.
So all the local ones then, so we can start deciding who we're going to go up against.
Yeah, I think you guys. So you got a great class going on at the moment in Churchfield Gardens and Fashionist Park. And they're very popular. You guys are getting like 30 odd people on a weekend.
Is our Buggy Fit part of this as well?
Yes, Buggy Fit will be part of this
because we've got Buggy Fit in Fastenbridge already.
Yeah, I don't know if what we're trying to do is, if there is a existing class that's happening, we're trying to get the coaches on board to deliver the Ourparks classes as well, because for us it's, again, what we said about the coach leadership model, where we want more coaches to have more access to users. So if Ourparks is taken away for any reason, we still have those advocates in the areas to deliver out to the communities and keep them fit, really.
And one thing I noticed today, actually, I just received an email from you guys about training, and I thought, this is great. So if there are any trainers out there who are interested in becoming a trainer, you also get training. So
yeah.
Be a great thing to do. Definitely,
and we do performance training where we're taking it to another level where we feel in terms of a coach. Historically, it is you turn up to a session, you deliver the session, and then you go home. But we're taking it to the next thing where, as a coach, you need to not only turn up and tone up and deliver a good session. We have that social media element. We have that kind of camaraderie element where you're getting your parkers to not only buy into your session but help script what you're going to do and what they like and what they enjoy. So what we do, we've got a guy called Keon. He's a fantastic coach, and he's been coaching with us almost from day dot, and now he's a performance coach manager. And we have performance training geared around social media, geared around delivering sessions, geared around how to take a photo. It's as simple as that, really. And it's everything you need as a coach to not only develop yourself, but also to promote yourself and get out there and also get more people in. And we say a picture isn't 1,000 words, it's 1,000 new users. So that's what we're trying to teach.
I've noticed you do a lot of pictures, actually.
Yeah.
Got a really good social media presence.
Thanks. Yeah, we try. I mean, for me, it's a session. I feel a session hasn't taken place if a picture wasn't taken and shared, because there's so many great sessions that happen out there, but no one can see them. And I think the moment you deliver a session, someone's happy and a smile at the end of it. What's the best thing you can do to capture that moment? Take a picture and just pull it out there, because then everyone can see that moment, and then you'll get more people coming down in the future.
Also, so you're doing all of this fitness and exercise, but we know that your results come from doing nutrition as well. Is there any part of this that you help people with nutrition or give advice?
No, so there are parts where we're trying to incorporate that into what we do at the moment. We feel nutrition is a valuable part of the whole thing. I mean, not only if you eat well, you exercise well, you feel better. Just doing one or the other, again, you feel half better than you were. Doing both of them, you feel fantastic, and that's where we're trying to go down. And we're looking to our parkers again. So we're trying to find parkers that have knowledge within what they do, not only being a parker, but also delivering really good, really healthy meals. And we're going down the route of, in our newsletter, we're going to give you some meal plans, a weekly meal plan every newsletter that we put out on a Friday, and that's going to give you the best things you can eat in that week on a budget, in your local supermarket, and how to cook it and how to prepare
it. That's so good.
So watch out for that, guys. And
yeah.
And then also we'll be doing some more kind of, we call it thought leadership content, where values of protein, values of resting, values about stretching, so we can not only create a fitter parker, but a less injury prone parker as well.
So what happens then through the winter months? Is this just through the summer, or is it all year round?
All year round. So we turn up all year round. In the winter, the only classes that will go inside are the calmer classes like the yogas and Pilates. Other than that, we are weatherproofed. Our parkers are hardcore, and they're out there in the rain, in the snow. Even in the rain we train, even in the snow we go. if it's windy, if it's wind, we're in. I don't know. So it's one that we have so many hashtags. It's fun, a lot of fun, and well done to you guys because your dedication is amazing.
And tell me, what's the best thing about your job?
Oh, the best thing about my job, I feel the best thing is, one, being outside, but two, just seeing those smiles after a session which they've contemplated and go into, or haven't done any exercise in years, and suddenly they're at a session and they're like, wow, this is fun, it's going to hurt tomorrow, but I'm going to be back next week. Hearing those stories and seeing how much it's helped them, it's priceless, really.
Brilliant. We're going to be back to, you can share all your social media accounts and everything with everybody right after this.
Change for Life is about making changes to be healthier, like getting off 5 a day. It's not hard. Often we're halfway there and don't realise it, like a banana in our cereal, glass of fruit juice at breakfast, or veg in our soup. Even tinned, dried and frozen count. It's easy to be food smart. For tasty 5-a-day ideas and recipes for cheap, healthier meals, search Change for Life online.
We take the hits, jumble that up and press the play button. And here's another one.
91.8 Hayes FM.
Local radio for your area.
And welcome back. So before we leave, because I'm only here till 3 o'clock, unfortunately, it's the school run and I shall have to dash. I'm still with Bourne, so he's going to leave us his social media accounts so you can all check them out. Check out all of the lovely pictures of all the park exercises that are going on and hopefully be part of it in the future.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. So my personal one is Bourne, Born, Barricor, Barikor. I had to think about that. At Bourne Barricor, sorry. That's my personal Twitter handle. So at Bourne Barricor. You got Ourparks, which is at Ourparks UK, Ourparks UK, and that's the Twitter handle for Ourparks. Also, same thing for Facebook, same thing for Instagram. So go on there, you'll see all the photos that we do, how much fun everyone's having. Like it, share it, and retweet it if it's on Twitter as well.